of Labor Statistics, but never mentioned by the controlled media. And then you take away the birth-death ratio, it comes up to over 20%. If you calculate unemployment today, as they did during the Great Depression, over 20%, how many times have you heard that from Rush Limbaugh? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand, number one, the press is controlled in America. It's controlled by 5 or 6 great corporations. 90% of the press is controlled through interlocking directorates. And we're talking about Time Warner, Bertelsmann, which is a European corporation, Viacom, which runs CBS, Disney, which runs ABC, Fox, which runs the Wall Street Journal, and Fox News, that's Rupert Murdoch. And then, of course, the 6th is Comcast. They just bought up General Electric, they just bought up NBC. Most people don't understand that literally all of the major news magazines and major newspapers and the major networks are intertwined in what I call the Brotherhood of Darkness. Intertwining in the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, and all these things that Alex talks about and he's talked to you many times about. But they have an organized program to destroy this country. Now, first of all, you offshore our manufacturing. 8 million jobs are gone. They're not coming back again. They're outsourcing our jobs. And that means, of course, Obama recently gave $23 million to an educational facility over in India to teach Indians how to speak better English so that they can have our answering jobs over there and we can move our answering services overseas. Because they can do our architecture, they can do our engineering, they can read our CT scans and CAT scans and all those sorts of things, medical. I mean, in fact, there are between 25 and 42 million jobs that can leave America and be done just as well overseas, according to Dr. Alan Binder, who's a professor of economics at Princeton. What they're talking about is impoverishing the American people. They're encouraging people to come in from other countries, well-trained people with H-1B visas who work for much less. They're refusing to enforce our immigration laws. Why? Because they want the illegal immigrants to come in so that it will work for less and drive down our wages. Now, right now, people aren't hurting too badly. I mean, we've got unemployment insurance. It's been extended out to 2 years. You get 50% of what you were making before. But what happens when the federal government runs out of money? You can't keep borrowing money. And eventually what happens, and of course we're going to see this within about 10 years, is that they'll be putting out certainly more for insurance on the national debt and for Social Security and Medicare. Then all the money that comes in, there won't be anything left over for unemployment insurance, there won't be anything left over for the military. All of these programs, these wonderful programs, are going to come to an end. And that's exactly what they want. Who are they? Well, they're the Trilateral Commission. All you need to do, of course, is go back and read what Barry Goldwater told us back in 1979, his book, No Apologies, when he said this group is international. Their goal is to take over the financial and commercial interests of the world by first taking over the government of the United States. What have they done? Well, from 1977 to 2008, every president and or vice president of the United States came from the membership rolls of the 87 members of the North American chapter of the Trilateral Commission. Do you think that happened by accident? 6 of the 8 presidents of the World Bank, who controls world finance, came from this little group. 8 of the 10 World Trade representatives who determine our trade policies, 7 of the 12 secretaries of state, 9 of the secretaries of defense, they control our government. And Rush Limbaugh is never going to tell you. And Sean Hannity isn't going to tell you. And Glenn Beck isn't going to tell you. But Alex Jones will. Yeah. That Alex is on the radio locally here, that Michael Zwerling had the courage to put him on. Alex is doing a great job. He's picking up. I mean, I'm not going to be around. I'm 81. I'm not going to be around any that much longer. But it's great to know that we have people who are going to be able to stand up and tell the truth.
Wow, and there's a little bit more of that speech. We'll air it on the nightly news or later in the week, but what a sweetheart. And believe me, I don't want to be the only host on a big platform telling this stuff. It's dangerous. And now you do hear Glenn Beck talk about some of this and others, and that's good. I'm not in some competition here. I don't territorialize the truth. Man, I want out of this. I liken it to like claustrophobia. the globalists, what they're doing, the evil, the things they're doing, I personally feel it. And I want to stop it. And so we've lost a real warrior in Dr. Stan Monteith. And we love you, buddy. You did a great job. You ran the race hard. You won it. You're a winner. Your family's got to be proud. We're all proud of you. Great job, Dr. Stan Monteith. We all salute you, and we love you so much. Great job. And thanks for the last few years being so sick and still fighting so hard. You really did it all. Great stamina. Just a true warrior for justice and the little people. Thank you so much. We love you. Here's that Trilateral Commission quote by Barry Goldwater. The Trilateral Commission is international and is intended to be the vehicle for multinational consolidation of the commercial and banking interests by seizing control of the political government of the United States. The Trilateral Commission represents a skillful, coordinated effort to seize control and consolidate the four centers of power: political, monetary, intellectual, and ecclesiastical. Yeah, they took over the churches, too. The universities, the medical, the banking, everything. And they just so happen to be eugenicist, exterminist. You might want to find out what that means. The people running things want you and your family dead. They got to kill your brain first, though, and get you ready. In the cover for that. Hong Kong politicians fears mini Tiananmen Square in response to unrest. That just went up with Paul Joseph Watson minutes ago as well. And Adon Salazar posted an article minutes ago. Police urge residents to outfit homes with police-run surveillance cameras. 1984 to keep you safe. A lot of police departments are saying buy guns and learn how to use them. That's the answer. But you don't want to go to this thing where it's a police-monitored camera, because then it'll just be hooked into Homeland Security, and that might as well be space aliens. I mean, it's not your best interest, folks. You cannot trust the central government. It has been taken over. Man, I am just freaked out by Dr. Stan Monteith dying. I was really thinking about him this weekend. I was going to call Nico and say, let's get him back on if he's well enough. But I won't be getting him back on anytime soon. Not on this go-around. Maybe at the next level. I'll do a radio show, the next plane of existence. But I already talked about that. Nightly News is tonight, 7 o'clock Central with Leanne McAdoo. She's hosting tonight, and she's in there doing research right now for a bunch of big breaking stories. Oh, is that our story up on Drudge? Interesting. So it's on the bottom of the middle column of drudgereport.com. Police urge residents to outfit homes with police-run surveillance cameras. Man, Drudge is so quick that before I'd even refreshed InfoWars and seen our own article 10 minutes ago, Drudge already has it up. That's incredible. Okay, I wish I could do that. I tell you, I've had a bunch of family stuff going on the last year, deaths, you name it. Now, I got a family member very close to me that is real sick, and it's just like when it rains, it pours. I'm not complaining. People dying in your family or being deathly ill just really are having major problems. Just has a way of... It's one of the few things that gets me not thinking about work. I'm still thinking about it like 12 hours a day, but man, I'm not complaining either. I'm like, man, at a certain point, there's times in history where everything happens at once, isn't there? And this is certainly one of those times. Here's an article. Huge plunge in kindergartners' vaccination rates. Officials stumped why people aren't getting the vaccines. And the new data shows people not getting vaccinated has grown by 414%. It's because people don't trust you anymore. The system isn't trusted. That's on InfoWars. Briefly, to close out this transmission, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be taking calls. Ron Paul, Jesse Ventura, and others join us. I want to say great job to the crew. We really have produced what I believe are some of the best, hard-hitting, not fillered, real deal, key missing link type vaccines. Natural, body systems to counter all the vaccines and the rest of it. I was thinking about vaccines, supplements, and we've got DNA Force back in, the flagship product, X2, super nascent, true nascent iodine. Turns bright blue on paper, not black or red, folks. This is a real deal. Pure crystals turn into gas and inject it into it. I mean, it's just, nobody does this. I'm not bragging, it's just fact. Super male vitality, super female vitality. They've bombarded us with estrogen mimickers. This just lets your glands operate naturally, according to what group said. All I know is it works really great. AccuPower, a fluoride shield, InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com to find the Pro Pure water filters, discounted promo code WATER, high-quality storable foods, the Molon Labe shirts, you name it, belt buckles. All of it funds this operation. Thank you for your support. Keep spreading the word. InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. We call it mid-air refueling around here. High-quality products that fund the operation. Nightly News tonight, 7 o'clock.
In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operation.
We let the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out.